So I am almost at the end of my COVID quarantine or isolation, however you want to call it. I have just finished my training. You can see here my kettlebells. I also got like a flooring to actually make less noise for the neighborhood. And nothing. I think that this week has not really been challenging in terms of like finding the motivation to do my training, because actually it was the highlight of my day. So I'm really happy that I was engaging and I'm engaging in this boot camp. It kept me active, it kept me healthy, fit, and mentally sane during this corona isolation. And on Monday I'm gonna take a test. In theory it should be negative, and I will join the others at the Freeletics HQ and push hard for these last weeks of bootcamp.
Things are going to get heavy on this bootcamp episode. Yes, we are talking solid cast iron. Let's see who can take this. Hi everyone and welcome back to the bootcamp. Today we have a special episode because for the first time we're introducing kettlebells, this guy, and dumbbells to the training journeys. You've seen the guys working out already with this, but today we're going to have a special talk about why these are so effective. Kettlebell combines cardio, strength and flexibility training, plus you will have a powerful training with a relatively light weight. They're also quite good when you work out at home, but be careful when you put them down, because trust me, you don't want to have these landing on your foot. So let's go. We already trained with kettlebells the last few weeks, but today we're focusing a little bit more about it, because what the best part is about kettlebell, we're going to use usually our whole body, and it is quite difficult to perform all the exercises, not with the fastest range of motion or with the fastest time, because with the range of motion with kettlebells, you have to be slow. You have to take your time. Kettlebells, what we're going to have here, cannonball shaped round thingy to hold on. It's a little bit weird to get used to it in the beginning. Very important to warm up the wrists before we're going to start also. But today we have the workout, which we also have in the app. We have the 10 and 20 minutes kettlebells, whole body workout. But make sure when we're going to work out and when we're going to see this, to check the videos before. If you have any questions, come to us. All right, folks, grab your kettlebells and let's do this.
First time kettlebells was kind of like more complex exercises. I was a little bit unsure in the beginning, but now, I mean, feels good. Interesting new addition. Kettlebells seem to be less exhausting, but kind of like more intense at the same time. It's a little bit weird, but that's how it felt. Turkish get-ups, now I liked him. Now I really liked him, but in the beginning I was just like, oh my God, how is this possible? I mean, so much coordination plus added weight.
The kettlebell training today was actually one of my first trainings with the kettlebell, and it was different. At the beginning I thought it's not as exhausting, but the day after I just realized it is as exhausting, because I was tired, I was hungry, and I also felt my muscles pretty much. I think it's a perfect timing to start with the kettlebells now, because if we would have started at the beginning, I wouldn't have felt it as good as now, because now I feel I'm getting stronger after the first part of the training with the normal training, yes, and with the kettlebells right now I think it's the better. I also feel like that I can do planks better, I can do any workout much better, and now I'm ready for the kettlebells, for weights. So I think it's a good kickoff for my future routine and my next months, years to go.
kettlebells I'm doing for the first time. I think it's a bit different than the weights in the fitness studio because the form is a bit different. The way you hold it and the way you do exercises with the kettlebell is a bit different. So it's something new for me, and I'm happy that I'm learning it. And one thing that I like about kettlebell is the complex movements. So in the fitness studio, mainly when I did a bit of weights, not that much, but it was just concentrating on one part of the muscle. But with kettlebell exercises, these complex movement, I concentrate more on the entire body or more parts with these movements. So I think it's really been helpful for me to do kettlebell journey. So previously I used to do exercises maybe with heavier weights and I used to think, yo, I can do it. But now when I do it correctly with the right form, it's not about how much weight I am having, but it becomes difficult when you do it the right way.
For me it was something new to begin with kettlebells and not only to do the bodyweight exercises. In the beginning it was very different for me, but in the first 2 weeks I completely got used to it and now I really enjoy it.
So that's it for today. And I have to say I'm pretty impressed. Most of the bootcampers haven't touched weight before and they've done so good. I'm so happy. But how about you? Have you ever worked out with kettlebells? Let us know in the comment how much you like them or how much you hate them. And see each other next week because it's going to be intense. We're going to have Aphrodite, but don't tell anybody yet. See you next week.